Peace of Ireland is the referee, and his fellow countryman Brian McNeice in the TMO box. Matthew Carney of England and Jordan Way of Australia are the assistant referees. Shimmy, the stage is set. It's just the most eagerly awaited game. We've seen South Africa against Ireland twice in South Africa this year, #1 versus #2 in the world, but there's nothing to quite beat this.
Yeah, the energy is incredible. The build-up the whole week, the people at the hotel, the fans that have come here, the fans watching all around the world. It's all systems go. The greatest rivalry continues. It's going to be fantastic. All Blacks, like I said earlier on, will remember the World Cup. The Boks celebrated, but nothing gets better than this. All Blacks South Africa in Johannesburg. What an occasion.
Damian McKenzie with ball in hand. We are ready to get chapter 107 of the greatest rivalry underway. A repeat of last year's Rugby World Cup final, a repeat of the 1995 Rugby World Cup final on this very ground in Johannesburg. Early call from Peter Steph Toy, wearing number 4 today. Man of the match in the 2023 Rugby World Cup final. 28 tackles on that occasion. The hoist onto Geordie Barrett was from Cobus Reinach. The chase was from Cheslin Colby. Not rolling out of the tackle area, early penalty, and anything close to the halfway line is in range.
Yeah, and that kick was probably slightly too long, gave Geordie Barrett a lot of time, because the Cheslin Colby was jammed right in the middle of that ruck. So New Zealand, Barrett's got a big boot. He can send this downtown now and give New Zealand a beautiful, beautiful platform to launch from.
Finding touch round about South Africa's 22-meter area. Nothing wrong with the initial tackle, but then Colby just getting on the wrong side of it. First throw for Cody Taylor. No contest from the Springboks. Geordie Barrett, the first receiver in midfield. Perenara for Savia. The Numbi went low, Delendi went slightly higher. Now Blackadder. First carry for All Black captain, Scott Barrett. Sia Kolisi called off the potential steal and away for Savia once more. Now McKenzie. Barrett and Ioane.
Wait on.
Sam Cane starting a test match for the first time this season. Beautiful little pop on by Williams. There's this space out to the right for Beauden Barrett. And Blackadder taken hard towards touch. Still alive for the All Blacks. McKenzie.
No foul play, falling down into that. No foul play, no foul.
Perenara. Savia. Double figure phases now for the All Blacks in this opening stanza. Spadvisa trying to wriggle his way out of the tackle area. Carry from Taylor. Front foot ball again for the All Blacks. And another carry for Blackadder. Ioane. Strong tackle from Sasha Feinberg and Gumazulu with assistance from Jesse Creel. They're both trapped on the ground now. Ethan Blackadder again. 3 carries in this move alone. And McKenzie finding some space for Savia out on the right. And a huge tackle on him. It's a brilliant opening period. Great defensive set from the Springboks.
Wow, 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 what a start. New Zealand jabbing away, Springboks holding up defensively. Something had to give. But Savia would have wanted to stay in there, but the energy is alive, Marshy.
Great start from both sides. Excellent defence from the Springboks. Damian McKenzie found some space on the outside.
insert, and he swapped.
Simple ball for Peter Steph to Toy. Visa with a strong carry. But then accidental offside, accidental obstruction perhaps.
Accidental, ran into your man, prevented a possible tackle there. See it? Just
so first scrum of the game, you always love these moments. I know.
Again. Yeah, okay.
Bit of a shuffle in the Springboks tight five, Shim.
Make an effort to roll.
Yeah, and Springboks generally want to insert their dominance early on in the scrums, but New Zealand, a tough scrum. Tara Lomax,
in the middle now.
One of the best in the world at the tight head side, up against Oxen Chair. It's going to be a fantastic contest.
Okay, let's go. Quickly.
And young Williams. So New Zealand will get a positive start here.
Stay here, please. Crouch! Point! Sit! Use it! Off down.
Perenara told to play away. Geordie Barrett.
No, rock!
Strong tackle from Feinberg and Ngomazulu. Ruan Nokia just getting out on the wrong side of the tackle. Pop on from Scott Barrett for Taylor. Kane cut down by Ben Jason Dixon. Tupou Vai. Perenara. Geordie Barrett.
Step back, play on.
This time it comes out the back for McKenzie, runs at the half gap. Barrett over the top for Kane, and Blackadder lost forward by Sam Kane, who went for a second bite.
Knock on first.
McKenzie, it was that offload that created the opportunity for the All Blacks, with Barrett running onto it. But you get the feeling Blackadder should have given it to Clark early with space and opportunity. But the Springboks scramble defense at the moment working beautifully, but there is space out wide in the wider channels on the edges from New Zealand.
Tackle first. Go time off. Good here. So time off.
Well, here's the carry from Blackadder, and then Ruan Nokia.
So tackles on the wrong side there. Brian, can you confirm?
Diving over the top.
15 in a cynical, he's in offside position, right? Yeah. 15. Cynical.
Well, it's going to be a yellow card.
Tackler gets up in the runway, he needs to get back around.
Apalele Fassi is the man showing the card for entering the tackle from the wrong side and preventing the pass from being made.
In this area of the field.
Well, that's a huge moment.
So yeah, time is off.
The Springboks down a player. Blackadder 100% had to pass. Caleb Clark was free on the outside. He would have had a real digger to try scoring opportunity. However, with a man in the bin, this is a big chance for the All Blacks.
Time on. Ball is here. Tackler gets up in the runway. Affected speed of ball.
So Apalele Fassi, the ruling is from the wrong side, got in the path of the pass to Sam Kane.
Okay, he's dropped 2 and 2.
Cody Taylor, Savia the target. The All Blacks getting some momentum from their maul, over and down. Cody Taylor. The man who gets up with the ball, a 4th try for him against South Africa, a 21st test try in total in his 90th test match. Immediately capitalising.
Yeah, and Sia Kolisi asking for the double banking, but New Zealand get down, so South Africa conceding the front ball, but you need to hit that from the inside and drive it towards the touchline, so they shared off. And straight through, so I think they might have a look at this. But look like the shared off. Is it the same wall or not? That's going to be the question that's asked. But what all started off that penalty early on, and New Zealand been all New Zealand against the South African defense. Something had to give.
Damien McKenzie has not scored any points in Test rugby against the Springboks off the boot. Just one try in his 6 Test matches against South Africa. Just his 11th start at fly half in Test rugby. And that's a perfect first conversion attempt.
And it's the perfect start for the All Blacks. They got the ball set really well. Cody Taylor is always in control of the back of that. He always, whenever he gets opportunity, sniffs when he needs to pounce. He got that bang on. This is the time of start. The All Blacks were after big time.
Timing.
So Sasha Feinbergen-Gomezulu with the restart. Plenty of height and carry on it. And well, it was almost on there for Curtly Arendse. You can't let him with a free passage to the ball.
Yeah, that's a risk you take, isn't it? That ball was hanging so long in the air. I think the New Zealanders thought it's going to go out on the full. Curtly Arendse catches that. He is gone.
Okay, option. There's a captain. Scott, option has gone out on the full. It's gone.
Yeah, the point is straight away, but that's the risk you take. If Curtly catches that, he's gone, but New Zealand made the right decision.
This is a foot on the line there.
It's on the line, right?
From Rico Ioane.
Yes. So it's correct because it's Costa playing a touch and he's in touch.
If I step back, can we step forward? Because I'm making
Just meet in the middle, guys. No need to play games. Yeah, please. Height, please, guys. Height.
Had one of those in Perth. Sasha Feinbergen-Gomezulu going out
Let's go, guys. Let's
on
go.
the full. Had a fabulous Test match in Brisbane in his first start in the number 10 jersey.
Seconds.
Right, and Matt, you saw the first scrum. It was incredibly low. It actually collapsed down on the right-hand side. But some big men, tall props, Lomax and Frans Malherbe. But look at the height of the scrum.
Height. 9.
Off the back by Savia and Perenara off the left boot.
Bounced.
Judges it perfectly. Bounces just
50-22 inside.
Yeah,
inside the field of play and from inside his own half.
Yeah, New Zealand getting some good outcomes here. So close.
Clear receiver.
Look at that. He's nervous. He's nervous. And he gives it the good old-fashioned fist pump.
Down it comes from the line-out for Perenara and a first carry for Caleb Clark. He ran hard at Feinbergen-Gomezulu. Blackadder.
I'm just going to give you a really clear message. You shout to me like that again, and you're going to leave the field, okay? Penalty against you. You shout it, shout it straight at me, 9, yeah. Stick to your job, please, Scott. Thank you.
Well, that's a very clear and unequivocal warning to TJ Perenara. Not sure what he screamed, but Andy Brace was not impressed.
He did what scrum halves do. Talk to the ref.
Yeah. It's his own player anyway, mate. No more.
Bongi Benambi for Peter Steph du Toit. Another uncontested ball, little switch move, and Colby off his wing. Now Reiner to Lindy. Blackadder with the tackle. Malherbe.
Right up!
Benambi. Such disappointment for him in last year's Rugby World Cup final. Suffering that knee injury in just the 3rd minute.
Okay, stop 7.
Another hoist from Feinbergen-Gomezulu. Jesse Creel with the chase. Bowden Barrett got rid of it just in time, away for Damien McKenzie with the kick. Colby slips away from his tackle, and so too from Tupou Vai. Mche, Feinberg and Gomezulu, little rolling kick, and Arendse beats it through, needs to control. Jordan went back.
Okay, back. Last feet. Use it.
Now it's the All Blacks' turn to desperately defend their line.
Stay last. And use it. Hold in front. Stop.
And McKenzie all the way back on the dead ball line, but promising signs there.
So close. But you can see some of the All Black players that got in the passing lane of Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu, so he put that little nudge through. So there's players in the passing lane here. There's a little bit of a dog leg, and that's the right option. But this is Kurtley Arendse.
Just wait.
We're so used to seeing him score.
Time off, yeah.
So used to seeing him score.
Good, Trent.
And I thought that might have been knocked on, but the ref said backwards. But it's play on, a bit of a momentum shift. The Springboks getting their hands on the ball.
6.
Not long left for Apalele Fassi.
Okay, he's dropped 2. That's fine, he's dropped.
Another front ball for
5, not over.
Peter Steph to Toy into the 5-metre tram line they go. And the ball pulled down illegally by New Zealand.
Okay. Leave it just in the middle for this one. Yeah, just in the middle, yeah. On the 5, yeah.
Everyone look here, just with a little niggle being sorted out, and Feinberg and Gomezulu with not much angle to work with, can't get his kick all the way into the corner.
Yeah, that was always going to be the challenge from New Zealand.
Let's go, South Africa.
So far the scrum doing well, but
6.
stopping a maul is also an art in itself, and doing it legally is incredibly difficult. South Africa going the direct route.
6. And 2. Got 15.
To the tail for Ben Jason Dixon, a little juggle at first. It comes back to the left for Feinberg and Gomezulu. Du Toit. Just 5 metres out. Arendse went in there. Now Jasper Wiese running an angle back towards the ruck. Du Toit with another carry.
Last feet.
Williams trying to get out of the lane. And Che. Not quite.
No hands down. Managed, no clear release. Okay, on the 5. No clear release. 8.
And that's just attacking pressure from the Springboks.
The tackle you must release.
Some low tackles, but also some low carries.
It stays on the ball.
And the pressure's coming. The pressure's coming from the Springboks.
The check off Aditswe and Che, still looking for a first test try. He was probably less than a metre from that. Hardy Savia, the man penalised for not releasing in the tackle. Huge opportunity here.
He's dropped to the front.
Look here. Springboks packing in around him. Mbonambi with a breakaway. Try! He had a lot to do there, Mbonambi, but he has a second against the All Blacks. A 15th in Test rugby. And still with 14 on the field. South Africa on the ball.
That's a power play. South Africa marched up. Penalty, set piece to set piece. But as well set here, penalty advantage. But Bongi Mbonambi so good at the back of the scrum. He realizes he needs to go, gets into beast mode. Low body position, pumps his legs, refuses to die with the ball in that hand. He's working hard here. He had plenty to do. Oh, yeah. He lost control of that.
3 seconds. Is that time? They did call it. They said 5 seconds. 10 just come on.
There's a lot of confusion here because the All Blacks were advancing along with some of their management because they feel that the try should not have been awarded. Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu halted his kick as a consequence.
All behind.
Well, they wanted to look at it because it looked like Bungi Monambi lost it when he was going over the line.
Earlier than that time.
Question would be, did he regather before dotting it down? It was definitely worthy of another look. Anyway, with those All Black players advancing, Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu, you can see was...
And that's the All Blacks thought this was knocked on.
Okay, in you come. 36.
Another uncontested line out this time to Xavier at the front. Yeah, have to say, debatable. Play goes on away by McKenzie and then by Geordie Barrett for Will Jordan. Answer tracking back.
Okay, no hands.
Jesse Creel did brilliantly there to get back and support Kurtley Arendse over the ball.
No!
Jasper Visser so delighted to be back in Test rugby. A 6-match ban for a red card that he received in an English Premiership game. Had to serve out 6 matches. All of them have been Test matches.
Good gap.
And he's looking in good shape. We saw him at the hotel, obviously worked hard with his break. Because the question was always not the physicality, the conditioning, the running work.
6 is good, yeah.
This time a contest at the front from Pieterstef to Toy on the throw to Xavier. And it's been snatched away on an All Blacks throw.
First man. Oh, we know!
But then one back by the All Blacks. Lomax.
Taken back to his.
High crossfield hoist from Damien McKenzie for Caleb Clark. Does well to win the ball. Colby there to make the tackle. And the penalty going the way of the Springboks.
There's a Damien Dalenda on the ground. But the hard work was done by Caleb Clark to win the aerial battle. It was a good kick. The arriving clean is a little bit late. But you can see what's happened with penalties. The South African ball working well. Both players nice and low. The shoulders straight over that ball. And winning that ground battle.
The key thing there for Damien Delinde was getting his left hand on the ball. He showed that, pitch it to the referee, and he had no other choice but to award a penalty. Really good work from both centres in combo.
Bonambi, Dixon at the tail. Feinberg and Ngomezulu. Oh, Kolisi was looking for the carry in midfield. He was cut almost in half.
Yeah, challenging line from him. If you take it that flat, the thing is, you look down, there's a lot of shoulders. Yeah.
I was happy. I just don't want that overlean on the down first.
Yeah, and see how Kolisi take that ball nice and flat. So that's always challenge your skill.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
But South Africa continuing on with the various options from 4-man lineouts.
Tamati Williams, just an 11th Test match for him, a 4th start, his first start against South Africa, having debuted off the bench against the Springboks at Mount Smart in Auckland last year. He's 24 years of age and up against France Malherbe. Well, there was an elbow on the ground there, but it's play on. And away for Rico Ioane. Jordan. Extraordinary try-scoring record, 33 in 33 tests. For the All Blacks right winger. Flag up for Jordan Way on the far side.
And the New Zealanders, it's a difficult scrum to defend from, but the quick ball, the scrum off, beating the loose forwards on the outside, created the extra option on for New Zealand with Will Jordan out in space.
Just wait. Stay on there, please. Yeah, hold. New Zealand, step off. South Africa, come in. Come in. 1 meter, let's go. 2 hold.
Down by Ruan Nokia off a 4-man line out. Kolisi this time getting the better of Sam Cane in the contact.
Release. Take him back 9. Hold it flat green.
Feinberg and Ngomazulu's hoist. Colby got up high. Ball went sideways. And one back by the Springboks. Still Lindy. Feinberg and Ngomazulu. Intentionally off the side of the boot, down towards Will Jordan with plenty of time and space. Geordie Barrett, Bowden Barrett, inside his own half, looking for a possible 50-22, but overcooking it. Direct into touch.
Yeah, Matthew, you needed to go heads up there. He needed to go heads up because the forwards in the back line, and he would have backed himself to have a go.
So plenty of drama in the game so far. We've seen a try apiece, both from Mauls. We've seen a yellow card to Apalele Fassi, a controversial try awarded. Kobus Reinach.
Yeah, and Matthew, what's happening there, it's a 4-man line out, so New Zealand conceding front ball, but putting pressure on Reinach, trying to get in his passing lane. We've seen Blackadder charging down the whole time. So the Springboks winning this ball nice and easy, but what chances they should go down and out and mess with the timing of the New Zealanders. You'll see one player will rush through and try to get to Reinach.
Again, it's Blackadder, but Reinach getting his pass away. Similar to the previous move with Kolisi carrying in midfield. Dixon. What a season it's been for Ben Jason Dixon. Test debut, first test try. Now first test against the All Blacks. Feinberg and Ngomazulu fired the pass and it was travelling.
It was on. It definitely was on. That would be positive from a South African point of view because the dummy runners actually held up, or the front runners actually held up some of the New Zealand players, and the hole was wide open. Probably needed more of a sympathetic pass to Apalele Fassi. But Sia Kolisi strong in the carry. Strong in the carry.
Well, they painted the right picture, didn't they? The ability to try and bring All Black defenders in, and they nearly, as you said, Jimmy, created something. They just didn't quite get it right at the right time.
With a little bit of blood flowing from a cut next to his left eye. He's asking Dr. Jerome Pane if he can get it strapped. He has to leave the field, and that means that Irvin Etzebeth, who was in doubt at the start of the week but came through training effectively, he comes on off the bench to win a 125th test cap. That takes him ahead of Brian Habana and within 2 of Victor Macfield on 127 as the most capped Springbok. On the previous scrum, Tamati Williams definitely losing the tussle with Frans Malherbe. That elbow going on the ground with the ball was available to Perenara at the back.
And both teams, they're scrumming extremely low. When you look at Tamati Williams, he's a tall prop. I think over 6 foot.
Yeah, well over 196 in height.
Seconds.
Tamati Williams, Tyrell Lomax also 192.
Board. Set.
Big attack from the Springboks at scrum time, but again away for Barrett and then Ioane.
Good contest, someone off.
Little pop inside from Mackenzie for Blackadder, the Springbok defensive line waiting for him. Scott Barrett. Mackenzie inside his own half and kept in by Cheslin Colby. Fussy off the left boot. My goodness, that is some acrobatics, but to no avail. Cheslin Colby in touch.
He's in touch.
Great effort.
Started with a foot on the line though.
No, it's not 50, it's taken back. Stay tuned.
So the ball already in touch, so Mbonambi has the throw. Etzebeth with the first take of the test match. Another carry for the Springbok captain.
Okay, last feet, and use it.
Reiner. And Colby with the chase, just shutting down any possibility of a quick throw for Caleb Clark.
Yeah, and that was just tidy from South Africa. Good line out ball, got a bit of momentum, makes it a lot easier to kick.
To the front for Williams from Cody Taylor, and Caleb Clark this time on the outside of his fly half, trying to punch a hole in South Africa's defensive line. Perenara wants to come back to his left.
First man, no return. First man.
What's happening, the New Zealanders are falling over their feet. What you want to do is you keep your head up and have that ruck when no hands are allowed. He's going for it. He's going big.
And he gave a little nudge of the ball forward, just a metre or so, and Andy Brace was on hand to show him exactly where the penalty was awarded.
He's learning fast.
Turn the clocks up.
And this was, I couldn't initially see the New Zealand, they went off their feet. So it's another thing, that's why Visa went for it. What they do is the cleaners actually need to hold their weight or their body weight up. Then there's no hands allowed in the ruck.
The last time the Springboks beat the All Blacks on this ground was in 2014 when Patrick Lambie goaled a penalty late in the game from a similar distance to this. Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu certainly got the distance and gets over with some to spare. Extraordinary kick, and the Springboks lead.
Well, you need a sprinkle of magic in games like this. You need that spark, and it came from Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu. And that ball was still traveling. It was still going.
A little transfer of the ball from Damien McKenzie to Beauden Barrett, and then lost forward by Caleb Clark. They'll want the scrum, not the line-out, that's for sure. They seem to be getting a little bit of dominance on a New Zealand feed, but they haven't had a great deal of opportunity on their own scrum ball.
No, that's right. So New Zealand, because the South African prods are a little set back and Cheslin Colby's isolated, went for the short kick to Caleb Clark. But South Africa would look to go big in this scrum here. You've seen 1 and 2 cracks from New Zealand.
So Peter Steph Toya now alongside Ewan Etzebeth in the second row, the same way they lined up in the starting lineup in Brisbane.
Just listen to me. Mark is there, when you left to the mark. Step left is a free kick. Come on. Bounce. Point. Sit. Stay. 9.
Down on the near side, but again available at the back. Floated pass from Derlendi, out of the reach of Apalele Fassi, who puts it on the boot for Kirkley Aronson's a chase. And
yeah, Derlendi hand up, just apologizing to Fassi for the pass. All Blacks have played quickly.
Perenara, Ioane. Ethan Blackadder has been carrying relentlessly throughout this first half, but not back in the tackle that time. Fassi made a good call and brilliantly out of the air from a long way out. Dixon. That ball lost forward by Jasper Visser as he came around the corner. So turnover ball here for the All Blacks. It could be on for them. Bowden Barrett for Jordan and Caleb Clark. Clark is in. Brilliant transition from the All Blacks. It was an unforced error from the Springboks as Dixon tried to pop the ball up for Visser. Quick transition into attack, some slick handling. They had superior numbers away to their left. And Caleb Clark in with the first try against the Springboks.
Yeah, and that's it. And the thing is, not one ruck created, but look at the pace here. Sorry, the ruck came from there, but look at the pace on McKenzie coming through, and Jesse Creel had no option but to rush up. Good skills from Lomax, the prop. This is where New Zealand are dangerous. Make a mistake and you will get punished. But this time Caleb Clark got the ball a lot earlier, so it gave him room to work. But the pace at which McKenzie took the ball, that's what put pace on the ball. That was the injection of pace the All Blacks needed. And over he went.
Cheslin Colby chasing it down again, and McKenzie has gone wide.
Score remains 12-8 in favour of the visitors.
Yeah, and getting the ball, good slick hands. Draw pass. Caleb Clark, big forward, strong, and he finishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emirates Ellis Park, let's go!
Started both tests against South Africa in 2022 at Bombela and here at Emirates Airline Park, and then on the bench last year in Mount Smart, Caleb Clark. Lost forward off the restart after an excellent chase from Ilben Etzebeth. This is a great scrum position and an opportunity to respond immediately after the New Zealand score.
Yeah, no one took ownership of that from the New Zealand team. Then kicked him, Bowden Barrett just pointed behind him, expecting someone else to go for it. But great chance here for the Springboks to bite back. A quiet crowd at the moment, Matthew.
It was festive, it was noisy, raucous in the build-up and during the anthems and then at the kick-off. But New Zealand with the bulk of possession and much more territory. And 2 tries to 1 to the good. They have a penalty advantage to work with here. Visser with the carry off the base. Reinach can't worm his way through. Derlendi driven back. Malherbe. Dutoy. Andy Brace will give this time to unfold. Gomazulu for Creel. The pass went forward.
It's a gimme, it's an easy 3.
So he put one over from 60 metres, which might have gone over from 65. So pretty simple decision with half-time beckoning to reduce the deficit to 1. I get anxiety when I start talking about 1-point differences between these two teams. So timed out on the conversion attempt of Bongio Manambi's try. Got them in front with a penalty, 8-7. Now this to make it 12-11, the score in the Rugby World Cup final last year, in the opposite direction. No problem for Sasha Feinberg in Johannesburg.
That was the scrum pressure, but that kick-off, the New Zealand after scoring points, you're going to make sure that you retain the ball and you transfer the pressure. Strong scrum, the damage is done. On the left-hand side, it's Oxen chain eating. See Lomax's feet, both feet off the ground, so he got lifted there by Ox.
Visa gathering the restart, the All Blacks piling through. Sam Cane in there, and they've stolen it. Mackenzie, Ioane. Tackle from Iron, so he's quickly back on his feet.
Clear left on the ball, 12, clear left on the ball.
Another breakdown penalty won by Damien Derlindi.
That's all is going to happen. What the South Africans are doing is making good leg tackles. That isolates the ball carrier. Then it's just about getting it first. But the Springboks here would want to try to generate pressure through this next set piece, get another penalty, and march upfield. So the leg tackle made. Damien Derlindi is so strong in that position, and the clean is too late. Look how low his shoulders are. Both hands onto the ball. Great technique from the big centre.
There's a change being made here. Ben Jason Dixon being replaced. So Ruan Nokia is back on with Evan Etzebeth. Has stayed on the field now in 19. Feinberg and Ngomazulu took the ball over the top and away for Visa. Now Creel. Colby giving chase. Whose hand was in there? Was it Cody Taylor? Assistant referee still hasn't put his arm out. He has now. It'll be an All Black line out. It was a foot race between Cody Taylor and Cheslin Colby. 90 seconds to manage here for New Zealand, 5 meters from their line. Almost from Ruan Nokia. Made a great attempt at the steal.
Okay, let it come.
Mackenzie.
Stop.
And Colby wants to go quickly. Fussy. Dangerous in broken field. Kobus Reinach worming his way through. Brought down eventually by Savia. Fussy filling in at scrum half. Visa. Now back for Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu. Drop goal attempt.
He didn't turn, Matt. Yeah, you see, when the striker sweep, he turned straight away. There he was waiting. He was hoping, and it didn't come. But good idea.
Go behind, please. Go back.
If this goes deep, it's another drop kick opportunity.
It does go deep. Apalele Fassi coming forward to take it and puts it up. Feinberg and Ngomazulu, the man chasing, coming down just outside the 22. Barrett carried it back.
Time's not up yet. Time is now.
Time for a line-out, says the referee Andy Brace.
Agree. 58.
They could get punished for this. They looked at the clock, at the stadium clock, and the hooter hadn't gone.
Timing good.
More formed with Ruan Nokia.
Green to floor. Green to floor.
Taking at the front, and one of the Springboks on the ground, so no opportunity for them all to advance. Creel running a hard line off Damien Dalendi. Now Colby. Malherbe. Ball under the arm and into contact. Reiner. Itzebeth. Good tackle from Tupolvai. Dutoy. Takes 2 All Blacks to get him on the ground, trying to create a mismatch. But there's a knock on there, and half-time is called by Andy Brace, absorbing some brilliant opening attack from the All Blacks, and they opened the scoring with the try from Cody Taylor. While the Springboks were down to 14, they replied with a try from Mbonambi. 2 penalties for Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu. There's also been a try from Caleb Clark for New Zealand. So half-time at Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg. It's South Africa 11, New Zealand 12. As expected, we have a blockbuster on our hands in the 107th Test match between South Africa and New Zealand, rugby's greatest rivalry. And the last time they met here at Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg, it was in 2022, where the All Blacks won by 35 points to 23, responding to a powerful performance a week earlier from the Springboks at Mbombela Stadium. Mentioned in the first half that the Springboks' last win here at this stadium was in 2014 with Pat Lambie's last gasp penalty. A year later, the All Blacks were victorious by 27 points to 20 here. But when you look at the contests between these sides in recent years, there's been the odd blowout here and there. The All Blacks getting out in front early in Mount Smart in Auckland last year, and so too the Springboks at Twickenham a few weeks later. But so many of these contests decided by 1-2 points here and there, and it looks as though we are headed that way once again in Johannesburg. Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu with 2 penalties in the first half, one from 60 meters. Also had an opportunity with a drop goal that just went wide, but was timed out on the conversion of Bongi Mbonambi's try. The only try for South Africa in the first half. Tries for New Zealand from Cody Taylor and from Caleb Clark. Solitary conversion from Damian McKenzie. 12-11 to New Zealand heading into the second half.
Yeah, it's tight, isn't it? And there's still the story of both benches, power pack. As you look at Sia Kolisi there, talking to his men, the Springboks will feel they started getting a bit of momentum towards the end of the second half. So they like to up the tempo, up the intensity, and keep asking questions. New Zealand started off like a house on fire, came out guns blazing. It was only the South African Springbok scramble defense that held them out.
Well, from an All Blacks perspective, I certainly think that they will want to tactically maintain the same intensity but hit the same zones. It was successful for them and they got around that blitz defence. It'll be imperative that they do that, particularly with the bomb squad coming into this game.
Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu, first match against the All Blacks, gets the second half underway. A little juggle from Tupolvai. Perenara. Scott Barrett.
Inside. And use it!
I wonder how long it'll be before both coaches go to their bench. We've already seen a substitution on the side of South Africa. Eben Etzebeth came on for a blood injury to Ruan Nokia, but then replaced Ben Jason Dixon.
On the line, New Zealand.
So Etzebeth and Nokia in the second row, and Peter Steph du Toit reverting to the side of the scrum. Four-man line out called. Etzebeth. Down for Reinach, Feinberg and Ngomezulu, and the interception is from Jordy Barrett, chased down by Kurtley Arendse. But Barrett has too much. The perfect start to the second half, but soft from the Springboks.
Yeah, and he's obviously done his homework. The South Africans had run that play. I think they're looking for Siya Kolisi. As Derry's having a chat to the bench there, they realize the impact they'll have to have. But Jordy Barrett read this beautifully. It's a front ball. They got the jump here, the New Zealanders. And they're looking for Siya on the drift. He was in the hole, Siya Kolisi. But Barrett got into the passing lane and got there just in time. Perfect start to the second half from New Zealand.
Well, third try for the All Blacks, and the simplest of conversions for Damian McKenzie. 8 points the lead.
Well, what was impressive about that was the All Blacks shut down the zone that Kolisi wanted to run in. Sam Cane was a body there, equally Barrett was there, and because of that, the pass was always compromised. The minute that Jordy Barrett stepped into that space, got the intercept, he was gone. Valiant effort from Colby, but too much speed, Jordy Barrett.
Very similar restart, slightly deeper, and a great chase from Kurtley Arendse to make the tackle on Damian McKenzie. Turnover for the Springboks. Visa, who has carried hard in his return to Test rugby. Nche. Now it's a bit. Reinach, little pop. Visa again carrying strong to Toy.
Don't look for it. Ball is there. Don't push it into him.
Reinach. And Delendi, standing start, no momentum into contact. Reinach looking for a little bit of space around the edge. Penalty advantage for the Springboks. To Toy, won by Ruan Nokia. Now Colby. Bouncing off the tackle of Scott Barrett. Reinach again.
Tackler, and you're off your feet.
I think Fassi's going to go. Oh, I thought he might go.
Tackler, and you're off your feet. Stay up.
But just shows the importance of kickoffs. New Zealand not securing that kickoff. McKenzie, not the right man to take it. The counter ruck.
So
New Zealand started far. I'll tell you what, Justin Vissa's having a hell of a game. For a guy that's been out for 6-7 weeks.
Now leading the carrying stats, 9 carries for 48 meters. So he's making impact at the gain line.
Yeah, just some Scots.
Well, look at this. We asked how long it would be until the bench was unloaded. Here they come, including Grant Williams, Malcolm Marx, on for test cap number 70.
Just wait.
Gerard Sterekamp and Vincent Koch as well.
Just wait.
Yeah, it was Mark Stenekamp, Vincent Koch.
Are we good to go?
Ulrich Lowe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Another of those playing for the first time against the All Blacks. He's replaced Jasper Visa.
6. Hold the 10. Hold.
First throw for Marx. No contest on the throw to Ruan Nokia, whose feet are up off the ground.
Yeah, thank you.
Unable to get forward momentum, so stop called by Andy Brace. Marx, Williams and Delendi.
Advantage, tackler first.
Excellent work from Delendi. And another penalty advantage for the tackler not rolling away.
Away 8!
Williams. Feinberg and Ngomezulu. Taken down by Perenara.
Just wait.
There's going to be a warning here with repeated infringement in the red zone area, in the 22-meter area.
That's 2.
Well, Siya Kolisi was in there saying...
6 got to roll out before you compete. 6 got to roll out before you compete.
Ethan Blackadder, the man penalised.
Scott, that's 2 at the tackle, as I just said.
Well, it was very good line-out defence by the All Blacks. Malcolm Marks know how very dangerous he is when he gets his opportunity at the back of the maul. He's lethal and picks his moments really well. They shut that down and compromised the delivery a little bit, and then good defence, line defence from there, but obviously illegally, and an opportunity for South Africa to bank 3 back pretty quickly after the All Blacks striking early in the second half by Geordie Barrett.
Now, Marshy, what's the response down there to the bomb squad? Any movement on the New Zealand bench?
Not at this stage, probably a little early for the All Blacks. They'll be very well aware that this was going to happen, and it can happen at any stage in the game. Sometimes, even before half-time, it'll be something spoken about, and you have to be aware of it, but equally, you just have to stick with your own policy and your own game plan.
Evan Etzebeth. Wonderful support there from Gerard Steenekamp. Just his 5th test cap. The Vodacom Bulls player.
Ball down. Jackler in position. 17 straight off your feet.
And penalties against Steenekamp, having done the job of supporting Evan Etzebeth in the lift.
Up in the latch.
He's off his feet and conceding the penalty. Well, they want to get the 3 straight back.
He did for me then, even.
Tell you what's been great. We've spoke about Visa, but Blackadder in the New Zealand side, his work rate has been impressive. Look who's making that tackle, who's hanging on in Etzebeth's boots. Went off his feet. They just needed to get his hips up.
And again, it was good work from Tupu Vai. Got his right hand, presented that to the referee, gave him no choice that he was on his feet and over the ball. Didn't go past the ball. And the All Blacks got an opportunity to get 3 back straight away after conceding.
Couple of conversions so far for Damian McKenzie. And now adds another 3, so back into an 8-point lead.
Save again.
This time Rico Ioane is positioned for the restart. It looks like Kurtley Arends has got a bit of a stinger there in trying to make the tackle on Ioane. Oh, he stayed down.
Okay, no hands now.
He's out. He's out.
Stop, Black. Stop!
And the clearance made by Damian McKenzie, but immediately the medics running to Kurtley Arends.
Yes, it was right down in front of me, and he got hit very hard in that upper head region, neck, head, and he was in a bad place straight away. Good to see that they've got to him quickly.
11, okay, yeah, he's made the change here.
And Justin, he's trying to get up, couldn't hold his own feet.
No.
Are we good, lads?
Which unfortunately does mean a serious head contact. He's just copped a hip there, went in low, and you can see as he stays down, that's a real early indication that he was out straight away. Just the way his arms fold back, his head goes down. He tried to regather his feet but couldn't.
So this is going to require a reshuffle of the back division. Andre Pollard, the only remaining back on the bench. He has gone into the inside centre position. Damien Lendi to his outside. Jesse Creel onto the wing. So it is a 74th test cap for Andre Pollard. Over the top from the Springboks. On the bounce. Together from Sia Kolisi. Another advantage for the Springboks as Etzebeth makes the carry. Williams. The Ulrich Lowe coming around the corner. Ruan Nokia. Popped out the back by Marks.
Yeah. Come off.
Going to be an official warning now.
Just captain. Scott. So I spoke to you down there. That's the 3rd penalty for tackler not rolling. I don't mind you competing, He's got to clean the runway first before he competes. Number 2. Okay, no more now of the tackle. Okay, all right. If it's clear, Sia. Okay. If it's clear, he'll come in, all right.
So just one player remaining on the bench for
real good.
South Africa. That is Kwagga Smith.
Well, not for long. He's about to go on, so the Springboks will be emptying their bench.
We've got nothing.
48 minutes into this match.
Always checking in the background, right?
And some final words of advice and encouragement from a fellow World Cup winner in Dwayne Vermeulen, now forming part of the coaching team.
Yeah, blood's coming off,
guys. Bit of a
blood's coming off.
A cut below the eye of Sia Kolisi.
Yeah, and Sia been used a lot as a runner from those short lineouts, the 4-man lineouts, powerful and strong, used in the wide channels. That was the one that was meant to get to him in the hole.
Yeah. Let's go, water off.
And Geordie Barrett said thank you very much. It was the opening play of the second half.
I thought the foot was to the ground. I thought the foot was to the ground. Yeah, no worries, mate. Okay, we good, Doc?
So time about to be called back on. The Springboks have not yet indicated.
No, I understand, sir, but there's no replay shown and we haven't got anything, okay? So just trust my team. If there is clear, he'll come in, okay? So it's a penalty, is it? Okay. So it is a penalty option. Okay, you have 2 options, one here or over there, is it, Brian? Okay, as we are, and we don't need to review. Okay, 7 black. Okay, time off.
Well, the penalty straight out in front of the post, and it looked as though...
It was a high tackle by 7, okay? It's a penalty only, it needs to be lower.
Feinberg and Ngomezulu was maybe going to think about kicking to the corner, but obviously wanting to get back within 7 points. Penalty against Sam Kay. Three penalties so far for Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu, taking his tally in his young test career to 42, and that now becomes 45. Debut against Wales at Twickenham this year when he goaled that monster penalty shortly after coming onto the field, and has played in all 6 of the Springboks matches prior to this one. Started both matches against Australia in the first 2 rounds of the Rugby Championship. Ruan Nokia.
No, put there, play on, not held.
Not held as he was brought to ground, so making some valuable territory.
Timing.
Away by Williams, who was shaping to kick through the hands of Pollard for Terlendi. Wonderful pass. And Jesse Creel now out on the right wing.
Knock on the floor.
Yeah, and I like the mindset. There was space, there was opportunity. But then you got to execute. Jesse Creel was in space. But then down those wide channels, you got to hold on to the ball. And stay on the gain line. So we see so many times their team scores or gets points, and then almost transfers the pressure back onto themselves by making an error.
Okay, let's go.
Well, this is an interesting move. Ruan Nokia, the man replaced by Kwagga Smith. So that will surely mean that Peter Steph du Toit goes back into the second row.
Just quicker, please, stop.
And Peter Steph been working extra time the last couple of games. Even with all the changes, one constant is Peter Steph du Toit. His name is on that team sheet.
Start the tunnel.
This time in the heart of the engine room.
The All Blacks have got Caleb Clark lurking menacingly just outside Damien McKenzie. So they've got that 1-2 punch with Clark and also Geordie Barrett.
Set. Square. And use it.
Perenara, and it is Caleb Clark who's the first receiver. And hard at Handré Pollard. And at Feinberg and Ngomezulu. Savia. into a bit of a wrestle with
hold in
Ulrich
front.
Lowe. Now comes the cross kick from McKenzie. Big test for Fussy here, but too much depth on the kick. Easy mark for the Springbok fullback. A little hasty with the kick.
Well, that was definitely premeditated from the All Blacks. Damien McKenzie off the charge from Caleb Clark, was sitting back in the pocket. They were looking to try and expose the outside.
No.
But Apalele Fussy was good enough to diffuse that situation.
2, 4, 7, 1, 15.
Over the top from Cody Taylor. McKenzie, there's a 2-on-1 here for Beauden Barrett. And Clark will go in unopposed. It's a 4th try for the All Blacks. A 2nd for Caleb Clark. Brilliant execution again. Full width of the field used off the back of a line-out that went over the top.
And a set phase move, well executed. Blackadder sucks the defenders, and this is where it happened. The magic, that ball behind the back. There's a short runner, then the Springboks narrow in defense. With that line speed, it creates space on the outside for Caleb Clark. He goes over. Big play, big moment, fantastic execution. And the All Blacks get over the line.
Ten points the difference with a kick to come, and of course New Zealand now in bonus point position, having 4 tries to 1. And just as the clock was running down, Damien McKenzie approached the ball and puts it wide. Still plenty of time for the Springboks, but a big test.
Oh, it was really slick passing. The throw over the top brought the Springbok defenders in, Pollard and co, and that freed the space for Caleb Clark.
Much shorter restart this time. From Feinberg and Ngomezulu, Jordie Barrett.
Okay.
Arms way above his head. Makes a brilliant take. And Beauden Barrett has kicked it straight into touch, so it'll be a Springbok line-out in the All Blacks 22, carried back.
We've seen a lot of that in this game. I don't think he probably thought he had the safety of the 22-meter area. But one occasion here, let's look at the Joburg jungle.
Missed line out by the Springboks. Gift of possession, and McKenzie with plenty of time to make his clearance.
Play.
Colby wants to get going. Fussy, but his passing lane was shut down. He puts in the cross kick for Jesse Creel. Gets away from his man.
Committed.
And onto the boot. No late tackle, says the referee, and he said it early. Now the counter is on.
Yeah, hold.
Jordie Barrett off the left boot. Feinberg and Ngomezulu hanging back.
South Africa.
And Will Jordan. Unforced error from him. Andy Brace calls the knock-on.
Sasha Ngomezulu, he was going, Feinberg and Ngomezulu was going for the 50-22 there. It's a wobbly old kick.
That's clear.
Yeah, and that's where it went forward. He's not happy with the call.
Just here, guys. Let's go.
But difficult one, wobbly old ball to pick up on the run.
Tom off.
I absolutely feel it's because he mishit it. You're bang on and saying that he was after that 50-22 shimmy. However, he didn't execute his kick perfectly, but because of that, the revolutions on the ball when it bounced weren't very nice for Will Jordan, who couldn't scoop it up. So really, when looking for territory and trying to get an opportunity, the Springboks have got some change out of a Will Jordan mistake. We're going to see now the first change for the All Blacks to Mighty Williams, who's put in a big performance. He's being replaced for Tuanga Fussy.
So Tuanga Fussy winning a 62nd test cap. And the 9th time that he has come up against South Africa. just a word, Marshy, for Beauden Barrett and his form in that 15 jersey this season and the role he played in that try.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, since being injected into the series, particularly against England, he hasn't taken a backward step. Coming back from Japan has certainly regained the form that had him the best player in the world, whether in the 10 jersey or the 15 jersey. He's adding to the All Blacks attack, and he looks very comfortable at the back, operating in tandem with Damien McKenzie.
Seconds. Crouch. Point.
Cheslin Colby has taken up position directly behind.
Go on, head on head. Heads in the slots. Let's go. Quick reset.
Directly behind the scrum here. Just having a word with Grant Williams. He was standing almost right next to Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu and going back.
Heads in the slots. Seconds.
What will be interesting is how they use Pollard here. They've had that Delende clear 1-2 punch, both go at the line hard. Now Pollard, slightly different type of player. He's capable of carrying, but he could be a decoy option.
Yeah. Around, use it. Just around on the axis.
Well, reset. It was going awry.
No forward
for the Springboks there for just a moment.
Axis.
Yeah, interesting scrum because they looked like the Springboks were going backwards, then managed to regather. But
okay, quick reset, please.
You don't want Timmy Swing. You want to earn the turn, so go forward. So the Springboks here, New Zealand coming at them. Then there's a bit of a break there, but it's not pushing forward and straight.
Nobody's getting rewarded if we go around us. Okay.
So the Springboks will keep the ball, and so what they want to do is play, scrum for the penalty. Then you've got a free play. Then the backs can strike and do what they want because you can still come back for the penalty.
Okay, seconds. Crouch. Point. Sit. Square. And use it.
Williams, a couple of steps before the pass to Pollard. Elrich Lowe thought about the pop on, and then the pick up from Peter Steff to Toy. Williams. And then Kwagga Smith running an adventurous line and Springboks losing the ball forward. Grant Williams just a little hasty at that ruck.
Jan, what Grant Williams is doing while he's running, he's almost attacking that little outside defender around the ruck. And he took his eyes off the ball there because he had Pollard coming short on the line.
Terrell.
But Springboks making good meters around that ruck area. Williams, little pick and go. Short pop passes to the loose forwards, coming hard.
Terrell.
Yeah, you're right. The zones they're hitting were really good. What was pivotal in that movement before Williams and docking it all was the line that Ofa Tuangafasi took. He came in from outside to now. When you're going to go in and spot an attacking player, you can compromise your defensive system. So you've got to make your tackle and make it count. Tuangafasi did that, and that made the ruck compromised. The ball was bobbling around a little bit for Williams, and subsequently knocked it on. Really good defence from Ofa Tuangafasi.
Another change for New Zealand. It's Fletcher Newell.
Forward and then good contest and just went up and around. So.
He made his test debut on this ground off the bench in 2022. He's since played another 17 test matches. He's on the bench against the Springboks at Twickenham last year as well. So this is his third appearance, replacing Tyrell Lomax.
Okay, seconds.
And the pressure's going to come here from the Springboks scrum. Fletcher Newell, pretty mobile prop, but probably scrumming-wise, not as tough as Tyrell Lomax. So it's a big scrum for Fletcher Newell here. Because Steenekamp is going to load hard here.
Stay up, point. Stop.
Clearance from McKenzie. Decent one. Happy with this 10-point lead to play the territory game.
New Zealand on the line.
Comfortably the biggest test
Evan,
of
not too big,
his
please.
career at
Not
fly
too
half.
big.
Damien McKenzie, just his 11th start in the position, 23 starts at fullback in his 52 test matches prior to this one. Another missed line out. Really not getting their set piece on their terms at all. Now Fussy giving chase to his own kick and gathering. Brilliant from Fussy. Puts the kick in. Jesse Creel gives chase. But Jordan does brilliantly to control on the ground. And his chip over the top. Read by Sasha Feinberg and Gwamezulu.
No. Second time.
Blackadder called off a second bite. Williams, Feinberg and Gwamezulu putting it in behind and into touch.
And the counter-attack, how special was that from the weekend special?
I could be wrong.
Apalelo Fassi spotted the space at the back. New Zealand McKenzie was almost too deep there, so it opened up space, and Fassi could have done something special there.
Sia Khaleesi is in trouble here, gentlemen. He's having to leave the field. He took a knock in that movement.
Okay, 6 off. Okay, thank you.
He'll be going for HIA.
Hold the 10.
So Ruan Nokia is back on.
That's good, that's the mark. Hold the 2.
Another well-organised line-out from New Zealand, and
Coach
just
killer.
a soft penalty.
That's a coach killer, that. What you want to do is put pressure on the kicker. You still got the attacking set piece.
Just there, mate, yeah. 4 rolled into the ball.
Scoreboard pressure, time pressure.
Effective delivery.
You can't make mistakes like that.
Excellent clearing penalty as well from Geordie Barrett. South Africa winning
2-2, George at the front.
16 lineouts in total, but last couple have gone awry on their own throw. Cody Taylor's throw went backwards off an All Black hand, and well controlled by Scott Barrett.
Use it. Okay, hold in front. Hold on.
McKenzie. Brilliant work in the air from Clark. Barrett and McKenzie chased down, but getting his pass away. Beautiful hands from Taylor, and then Tupou. Jordan hasn't had a great deal of opportunity out on his right wing this evening. Things opening up for him now. McKenzie, Geordie Barrett.
50, is it?
Just really brilliant execution. Clever from the All Blacks in behind the Springboks defensive line.
Justin, that's a masterclass in game management, isn't
13
it?
back, time off.
Certainly is. And the work of Damien McKenzie was under pressure, had a tackler on, and if he had died and not got that pass away, they possibly would have turned the ball over. However, as he was falling to the ground, managed to pop the ball free. They found the space on the outside to Will Jordan, and then very composed to get it back into the Springboks 22.
4 calls.
As you mentioned, excellent game management.
2 holds.
Another good contest at the front from New Zealand, and they get the penalty.
First man holding on. Doesn't affect any clean.
Now this is an important set here for both teams. New Zealand get over here. Well, it's kickable.
Clearly isolated, holding on.
And you can see McKenzie not messing around, not playing a lot of rugby in the New Zealand half, kicking it downfield, looking to apply pressure to South Africa because
just on the
you're going to have to run it back.
Tackler's nowhere near the rising player.
Changes down here. We've got Anton Leonard-Brown in jersey 22. He's coming on for Rico Ioane. I think Grant Williams needed to release this. He had to let it go. He's gone straight back into the traffic and right into the arms of Tupou to turn it over.
115. Away tackler! Stay here. No.
Fletcher Newell on the carry for New Zealand. The change of Anton Leonard-Brown is...
Use it! Hold in front, South Africa.
For Caleb Clark.
We're bringing him on. Yeah.
Important turnover one there for South Africa, and the clearance made by Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu.
Yeah, and it was kickable also, so important set. That was an important set for New Zealand.
4, 6.
Rico Ioane has gone onto the left wing, but now he's off his left wing to be first receiver off the back of another clean line-out win for the All Blacks. Carry from Taylor. And then McKenzie coming around the corner. Excellent tackle on Rico Ioane.
It's off the feet,
Springboks sliding through, and Kwagga Smith away with the ball. Koch out the back. Brilliant from Pollard, now Fassi. Colby to his left, puts it on the boot. Here comes Cheslin Colby, and just beaten to the touchline by the ball.
Yeah, Matthew, I'll mention it again. New Zealand had a kickable. They could have got the easy 3 points. Didn't score from that line out. That was an important set in the context of this game. And now the Springboks are starting to fight back.
Brilliant breakout.
Yeah,
just wonder whether or not the option was on the inside. Yes, I could see that Colby, had he got the bounce, the footwork of Alele Fassi, brilliant, the show and go, but there was a player free on his inside. I think it was Damien Delende. He opted for the outside. Colby couldn't get the bounce. The All Blacks scramble in defence.
Okay, quickly then.
Mark Telaire, who started all 3 test matches against the Springboks in 2023, is now on to win a 14th test cap.
No water, guys. Yeah, we're going here
then
now.
TJ Perenara,
Yeah, but we're going
replaced
now.
by Cortez Ratima.
Okay.
Change in the front row as well. Cody Taylor put in a fantastic performance. 42 metres on the carry from 6 carries and 11 tackles from Cody Taylor. Now making way for Asafo Aumua.
Hold 2. Good contest. Inside 5. Yeah.
Good contest at the front, but an equally good take from Tupou Vai.
Going sideways.
Aumua.
Okay, stop.
Semi-charge down there, and a bit of a contest between 2 Springboks in the air. Malcolm Marks being one of them.
Clear.
And turnover.
Black.
But illegal.
21 black.
The ball came from the sideline.
21 black offside.
And it was the right call. Absolutely, the All Blacks entry was from the side, which ultimately affected the turnover and compromised the Springboks ruck. They did nothing wrong. The All Blacks saw the opportunity, but you do have to enter from the hindmost, not from the side, which they did.
Opting for the line out, 10 points the difference.
Numbers early. 6. Put in there more.
Ruan Nokia towards the tail.
One stop, sideways.
More moving sideways, so stop call, but Malcolm Marks still in control as the Springboks go forward.
Still moving.
And still moving forward. Suddenly the crowd in Johannesburg finds their voice. Penalty advantage being shown here.
Okay, just over there.
Hands in the pocket.
18 changing balls. Swing them up. 17.
That's the pressure, and the South Africans had to be patient there. The Springboks had to be patient with that more. Ofatunga Fasi thought he had come through the middle.
No, one stop, and then it was
Actually speaking to the referee as he came through there, but too many penalties in this area. And you can see a clear momentum shift.
It's yellow card.
Got to make this one count, South Africa, and then we're in for a spicy final 10. Again, it's Nokia the target. Excellent work from the All Blacks at first.
Don't change 6.
And Mark's breaking away. Slightly impeded by the referee at first. Williams.
No foul play, falling down.
Du Toit. Endless energy. Picked up
Away now!
by Cheston Colby, filling in at scrum half away for Etzebeth. They're close to the line. No! Over they go! Quagga Smith got a try against Australia in Brisbane, and now has a third against the All Blacks.
Yeah, it was the grind from the Springboks. From the maul, this time pick and go, inch by inch. And the hole opened up for Quagga Smith. What he did well there, his body position is incredibly low, close to the ground, and explosive too. Over he went. The Springboks are fighting back.
He didn't allow them time to adjust. It was the ball placement from the run previously. Quagga Smith so quick, we know he's explosive, but if there's a delay in the presentation and on the clean, he doesn't scoop it up as quick. The All Black defenders had no chance to adjust. The Springboks have set this game alight. We are in for that spicy 10 minutes, Manny.
5 black and 6.
Another change being made.
Sam Darry enters into the game for Ethan Blackadder. He's had one awesome sort of a game, Ethan Blackadder.
Good. Come on.
Fabulous contribution, leading the carries with 57 meters from those carries, and 11 tackles as well. Huge shift. And that's a massive carry into Sami Penny Fina. Welcome to your first test match against the Springboks. Williams, his kick fielded by Jordie Barrett, who was looking for the offload out of the back of the hand, but harmlessly into touch.
Yeah, great kick. Excellent kick. He had no choice there. Up against the best defender, the touchline. Had to fight that off for Springboks running from deep.
Down by Nokia for Williams, and Quagga Smith lines up a carry. Excellent defensive work that time. Adi Savia also going in, looking for the rip on the ball.
Good contest. Stop!
Find Ngomezulu's kick. Barrett came forward, went back towards the Springboks, and now Mark Teller must chase back for the kick from Fassi.
Play on. Sorry.
Ruan Nokia was the man chasing down on that kick from Damian McKenzie. It's an excellent clearance.
It's placed on the right-hand side, left-hand side.
And Sasha Feinberg-Ngomezulu looking for the 50-22. Good read from McKenzie.
Stop.
Fassi wants to give chase to this one. Jordie Barrett gets away, not from Quagga Smith though. Asafo Amua. Slightly lateral in the carry.
Tackle first. Okay, Black, stop!
McKenzie. Ngomezulu. Quickly onto the boot. Awkward bounce for Beauden Barrett.
Wait on! Inside.
And a decent kick down towards his own 10-metre line.
New Zealand on the line.
Pressure's on. The pressure's on, Matthew.
On the line, New Zealand.
You can sense the tension. Both teams waiting for something to give. That moment of magic, that big play.
And both teams just looking at that stage of play territory. Just kicking long and deep, waiting for one or the other to make a mistake. Probably have to stay on the balance of that. The Springboks won that battle. They now get to attack inside the All Blacks half.
Another successful line out to Ruan Nokia.
That's one stop.
Have been effective, but
Don't change, no.
not allowing the more
20.
to get initial momentum. But now they have conceded penalty advantage. Williams, Colby. Then Ulrich Lowe. Still on penalty advantage. Dutoy. Endless energy, but
he's good. 20 didn't listen.
Brilliant
didn't
over
listen.
the ball from
Changing your mind.
Adi Saber.
Again for touch.
The 20 changing mind.
They're going to go downfield. All Blacks still a man down. The Springbok ball coming to kick in. The bomb squad starting to kick in. You can see the impact of players. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Wow. When you need it. When you need it. Stand up. Sasha Feinberg.
20.
Ngoma Zulu.
You've got to get out, man.
Into the 5. That is massive.
When the ball left his hand, it looked as though it was swirling a little bit. I'm not sure he was convinced. But sets up this now for South Africa. A try to take the lead. No contest on the throw.
Say more. Keep it up.
And towards the line they go, a little isolated.
Last feet.
Players in there to clean the ruck. Dutoy.
Okay, advantage, offside.
Another penalty advantage.
Offside advantage.
Next carry just a metre short. And Williams! The Springboks hit the front through Grant Williams' third try. Emirates Airline Park in Johannesburg erupts.
That's the pressure of the set piece from the Springboks. New Zealand conceding penalties, but this time just working short. The hole had opened up. Grant Williams ran. This time he backed himself. The defenders drifted off him. But you got to go back to Sasha Feinberg and Mazulu's kick. How important was that? On the 5 metre, pressure into points.
Massive kick as well to get them ahead by 4. They'll chase him down, but he is undeterred.
It was huge for Malcolm Marx as well. When he went on his own, he could have got isolated. Brave tackle from Cortez and Atama on Marx, but he couldn't stop Grant Williams. 2 runners were outside him. They drew the defenders. Williams pounced.
Brilliant work from Elrich Lowe on the restart. Had Colby to his outside, but taking the contact. Setting the ruck. Scott Barrett lining up to
Stop now, stop. Okay, he's on
try and make the charge down. Colby giving chase to the hoist from Williams. Geordie Barrett. Taken by Kwagga Smith away to Bowden Barrett. And Damian McKenzie. Sam Derry. Held up by Eben Etzebeth.
Stripped in the tackle.
And ripped in the tackle. Away goes Gerard Steenekamp, but isolated. Penalty.
Come back around. Part of the tackle. He's part of the tackle, 8. He's got to come back around.
And immediately Sasha Feinberg and Ngoma Zulu points at the post.
Well, it's huge. Some will argue that as Marx ripped the ball that there was knees on the ground. I don't think quite so. I think his feet were on the ground, but the knees didn't touch the grass. So that's brilliant from Malcolm Marx. Didn't come through the gate, Adi Saveri. He was on his feet, he was on the ball. technically all perfect, except not entering from the hindmost. Huge moment.
Yeah, and the Springboks will want to shut the curtains of this one.
16 points in the game for Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu. That takes him to 49 in Test rugby. This to get his half century and to put the Springboks in front
22.
by 7. It will not be.
Yeah, it's not clear for me live, mate. Yeah. All behind, please.
Restart from Damien McKenzie. They've got to be careful here. Good take from Jesse Creel.
Stay.
Managed to retain possession on the ground.
Stop.
Ngomezulu launches it way into the night sky. Damien McKenzie for Mark Telair. Ratima. And a little chip over the top from Bowden Barrett. Chasing back was Grant Williams.
Out, Black!
Somehow they've managed to retain that on the ground as well. There's no one in position at scrum half. So Malcolm Marks has to fill in, away to Koch.
Stay still in.
Williams now back on his feet. 90 seconds for the Springboks to manage.
Take him back. Stop.
Another test for Mark Telair. Geordie Barrett, Rico Ioane. Tackle made by Gerard Steenekamp.
Use it.
Yes!
Back off.
Pass goes over the top.
Okay, knock on.
City Penny Finau. Knock on is called against South Africa. Savia.
That's advantage over now.
Knock-on advantage over. McKenzie, can they manufacture something from inside their own 22? Feinberg and Ngomezulu covering across. Can't get around Ioane.
Release tackler. Stay.
Brilliant work from the young fly half. Absolutely outstanding to save that situation.
No. Still in. No. You can't do the second time.
Grant Williams. Itzebeth. Just standing still, inviting, taunting the All Blacks to come closer.
No more! Not on the ball. Ball is there. Thank you. Stay there.
We promise you an epic.
No more!
And these two teams have delivered. It was all New Zealand for so much of the opening quarter of the game. But the Springboks have found a way to get the job done. High fives in the coaching box, high fives on the bench. It was far from a perfect performance. There were some unforced errors that cost them dearly at times in the game that the All Blacks capitalised brilliantly on. They looked in control when they scored early in the second half through Geordie Barrett's interception. They led by 19 to 11. After the try by Caleb Clark, the second one, they led by 27 to 17. But then tries by Kwagga Smith and by Grant Williams, both converted by Sasha Feinberg and Ngomezulu, gave the Springboks the 4-point margin. They have their first victory against the old foe for the first time since 2014 on this fabled ground. They had to fight for every single metre. There was a lot of shifting, both in the pack and amongst the backline. They had to reorganise due to injury. Jesse Creel went to the wing. Peter Steph du Toit, I'm not sure how many positions he played in this game.
After the match, Peter Steph du Toit handed over the trophy by Mr. Tisafana, the CEO of SAB Africa. Peter, let's just listen to that crowd. What does it mean for you guys to really pull one off against this All Black side?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to give our Heavenly Father thanks for giving us the opportunity to play this wonderful game and for being with us as a team. And then, of course, there's this wonderful crowd. It was unbelievable to play in front of you. And yeah, we're so glad for the win. But again, to New Zealand, I think we definitely have the most to take for them, and it's an unbelievable team. And the way they play the game, they inspire for us as well. And yeah, just all the best for them for next weekend as well.
Constantly finding your way when it's a difficult times sort of reflects this team's mantra.
Yeah, I guess we're definitely trying to build character. As you see, we made a lot of changes for this team. We've got a lot of young guys coming into the team and experiencing different pressure. So, yeah, I don't think you get a team with a game with more pressure than this game. So, well done to everyone, and it's an unbelievable privilege to be here.
Congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
Well, man of the match here this evening in Johannesburg. Man of the match in the Rugby World Cup final last year. Peter Steph du Toit, you just cannot keep him out of the game. Early in the game, it was all New Zealand in terms of possession and territory, but New Zealand's discipline costing them dear. Ngobani Bobo is with the Springbok captain.
Samtanda, this crowd has come out, you've responded to it, a tough start. First of all, in your words, the appreciation of this crowd.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Honestly, on behalf of the team, we just want to say thank you so much for your support, not just for tonight. You've carried us through so many battles, and us as a team, you know, we play for a lot, but you, the people of South Africa, our #1 motivation. You give us the motivation even each and every single day. We appreciate you, and everyone, you know, driving down the bus today, there were so many different people from different walks of life, homeless people, seeing us and jumping up and down, you know, people who can't be here today. So we say thank you, and we represent everyone. We appreciate you, and please don't stop. When the things are tough, please carry on supporting us. We can't do it without you.
Let's talk about those tough times. And the tough times of that start was difficult to get a yellow card. What was said by the leadership group just to bring it together and keep on working?
First, I want to say we knew, you know, and we respect the All Blacks. You know, no matter what people can say about them, what season they're in, when it's time to turn up, they turn up. And to Coach Razor, well done to him and his team. And we knew it was going to be hard. And you know, those scenarios we work with at training. Obviously, you don't want that. And we knew they could have a fast start, but we obviously believe in ourselves, and we didn't panic, and we just went on and did what we wanted to do.
The second half, the talk at halftime, what was the key thing for you guys to get the performance you wanted in the second half?
Not to panic, make sure we exit. They were catching us on the exit. We couldn't exit well, and we got that right, but they got the first try, you know, in the second half, but after that, we picked ourselves up. The main thing about this game is just don't give up. We've been here before, we've been in behind, we've been in front, so we can draw from those experiences. But I'm really proud of the boys, but the job is not done. You know, we still got a lot to do. And I want to say it's 30 years of freedom, you know, and I want to say congratulations to South Africans, but we still know there are many people who are still not free. Hopefully the next celebration to celebrate is the women who are free from gender-based violence. So yeah, let's celebrate 30 years, but there's so many people who are still not free yet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Incredible words, wise words, inspirational words from South Africa's captain, Siya Kolisi. And now Ngobani Bobo is standing by with All Blacks captain Scott Barrett.
Scotty, just your reflections of that test.
Yeah, I think went onto the Springboks, certainly showed the class team that they are. We weren't quite good enough, and you know, we were good for 62 minutes, and it's an 80-minute game.
What would you say was the difference in that 60th minute? When was it anything to do with the changes?
I think two key moments after kickoffs, we couldn't quite get out of our half there, and they punished us. Repeated, I guess, infringements down there, and we found ourselves a man down, and eventually they got over. So huge effort. Certainly proud of the boys, but yeah, not quite tonight.
What are those proud efforts that you're proud about, and what can you take to Cape Town?
Yeah, I think we'll regroup pretty quickly. There's some guys who've played up here for the first time in a serious arena, so it's a huge privilege, and it's intense, and we'll have to be better next week.
Thank you so much, Scott. Best of luck for next week.
Cheers, thank you.
They will be back, that is for sure. One thing we can guarantee is that rugby's greatest rivalry is very much alive and well. We've had an absolute humdinger here in Johannesburg. We get to do it all next week in Cape Town.